All right, I'll be honest. Right now I'm in my closet. All right, the lights are off, and I just have some sticky notes on some talking points I want to talk about during this video. If you guys don't know me, I guess I go by Sailor. I do have a vlog channel actually. That's why it's talking like this. It's whatever. But I decided to bring a different type of content. This is probably gonna be posted on another channel that's not my vlog channel. So yeah. Anyways, as you guys can see, I'm drawing right now, but like the drawing is really just for background because I want to try a new style of video. So yeah, this pretty much gonna be a story time of my first job. So pretty much I got my first job in summer of grade 10. Yeah, summer of grade 10. That's when I got my first job. So that was about 4 years ago, 4 or 3 years ago. I'm not sure. I'm pretty I'm pretty pip right now, but yeah. So pretty much yeah, I'm just gonna talk about how I got the job first. Pretty much it was National Hiring Day. And by the way, my first job was at a McDonald's, if I didn't say that. Some good experiences. Anyways, so yeah, pretty much I got hired on National Hiring Day. So if you guys don't know what that is, I think it's somewhere in August. I don't know, but like I'll put on the video. But pretty much I told my friend, I'm like, yo, like get me hired at your McDonald's, right? Because I was like, yo, like I'm broke, man, I need some money. And then she was like, all right, I'll refer you and stuff. So I was like, all right, sick. So pretty much they told me to come in on National Hiring Day. There was like, I would say there's like a line of like 60 people, and this is my first job interview. So I was like, bro, this is about to go crazy. And pretty much in school we have this class called careers and civics. So pretty much careers is the first half. It's where they tell you about job hunting, how to write a resume, cover letter, all that stuff, and like they show you what to do during an interview, right? And I can't lie, it did help me, but I did pretty bad in that class. Like I don't know my mark. I think I got like 77, just because the teacher was like some next jack off dickhead. Like my bad. Yeah, so pretty much this is my first interview, and it went well. My interviewer, he was a guy. I don't want to say his name because I actually like him, and I worked with him for a bit before he quit. So we'll call him John. Not bro, this guy's not relevant to the story anyways, but pretty much like he was my interviewer. He was really nice. Let's fast forward to my first shift. All right, so during my first shift, and keep in mind, any first shift is always the worst because you always walk into the place pretty much like you walk in this place like you should be there, but the other people working, like your future coworkers, they don't know who the hell you are, and they don't know who is this guy coming in. So when I walked in, right, I walked through the kitchen and everything, everyone's just looking at me, right, and I'm like, bro, I work here, right? But like honestly, I didn't say anything because back then I was pretty shy, and I was pretty how do I say this? I was a bitch. All right, simple. I was a bitch. All right, so pretty much, so I just walked straight through. I didn't say hi to nobody. I didn't say hi to nothing. I just went to the back room, and I tried to look for the manager that hired me, right? And she wasn't there. And honestly, I didn't pay attention during my orientation, so I don't care. But I was supposed to have a trainer. I went in for my training shift. This was the first ever shift that I ever worked, and it was like, it was good. It was like the work environment was actually really good. Actually, it was very friendly. Up until something else I'm gonna talk about, but it was actually a really good experience to have. But something happened on my first day. Like this is legit my first day of work, right? So they got me used to all the stations. We have front cash, we have
running, which is basically you're just bringing the food from the kitchen, and then calling out their number. You know, we call that running. We have second window, which is drive-through, which we hand the food to you. First window is where you have to pay, and we have kitchen, obviously. We have one person on fries most of the time, and our drink station is called SpeedArt. I think it stands for beverage drink. I don't know what the AP stands for. Probably fucking ass and pineapples. Like, I don't know what that, like, honestly I don't know what it stands for, but pretty much they put me on SpeedArt, right? And like at the time I did not know that SpeedArt was gonna be the hardest thing alive. Like, it was actually the most, like, it was the worst station out of every single station we have, and everyone knew it. Like, legit, everyone knew that SpeedArt was like the worst, and they put me there for my first ever shift, right? And when you're on SpeedArt, or like when you're on drinks, you're with somebody else, you know, so it's always a 2-man team, right? So the person they put me with, it was this girl. I don't even remember what girl was on my first shift with, but I could tell that this girl was like, oh my gosh, they put me on SpeedArt with this fucking, like, with this newbie, and I have to deal with it, right? So pretty much, right, first shift comes, there's a smoothie on the thing, on the screen. So when people place orders, we see it on the screen, and we have everything that we need to make for that specific order. So I see a smoothie on the screen, right? You know, I make it. They, you know, like, the girl had to show me how to make it, and then, you know, like, we put it in a cup, we put it for the drive-thru, right? We're like, all right, sick. So in the drive-thru, the lady's like, oh shit, we spilled it, right? So the lady in the drive-thru spilled it. I don't know how, like, you know, like, we handed it to her, and then it, you know, like, it dropped somehow. So pretty much, right, this being my first shift, I'm like, oh shit, it's my fault, like, you know, like, I don't know why I thought it was my fault, but it clearly was not, because I wasn't even involved in that whole situation. But anyways, so I rushed over to the smoothie machine. I ran the smoothie machine without the cup in there. So pretty much all that came out was ice and the smoothie liquid, right? So pretty much, bro, I made a whole mess in the freaking smoothie. Literally, everyone in the kitchen just started dying. Everyone out front started dying, right? I was like, oh my god, like, I was so embarrassed. But then one of the managers came, right? Then I was like, oh my god, this is the worst thing ever, right? But the manager actually didn't say anything. Like, the manager was just like, it's okay, just go, right? I'm like, all right, sick. Honestly, that day I thought I was gonna get fired. I was like, bro, first shift I already messed up this bad, and I was like, oh my gosh. But yeah, anyways, I guess I can fast forward to when I've had the job for a little bit. When I was hired onto they hired me as a gel. And if you don't know what a gel is, a gel at McDonald's is it stands for guest experience leader, right? That is not an accurate job description. I'm gonna give you the real rundown of what a gel is. So when you're a gel, right, they expect you to come into work with dress pants. I mean, like, that's normal for everyone because they give you dress pants, but, like, you know, like, they expect you to wear dress pants. They expect you to wear a freaking white dress shirt with a red tie. So pretty much you look like you're going out for, like, an extravagant dinner, but you're really walking into the McDonald's kitchen, just, you know, flipping burgers and shit, right? So pretty much the job description is basically, right, I have to you know, just make sure all the guests are taken care of, you know, bring orders to the table. Pretty much I'm like a waiter. All right, that is not the job description. When you're a gel, right, there's something that you have to do, right? So they give you an iPad, right, to go talk to people and for them to get you to fill out a survey, right? And bro, like, when I tell you, asking people to fill out a survey for McDonald's is actually, like, the most bro, it is the most, like, awkward thing ever, right? Because anyone that comes into McDonald's, unless you're like 50 or 60 years old, right, bro, you are not trying to stay there for like 10 minutes
filling out a ass survey, like a literally ass survey, just for like $2 off your freaking next meal. Like, bro, they really thought that people would want to come to a fast food restaurant, walk in, have some guy in a red tie and a white dress shirt walk up to them and be like, hey, would you like to fill out a survey today to get some free cookies? Like, what? Like, bro, what the heck? Like, they really thought they're fine dining. Like, come on, man. Like, really, that was actually like one of the worst things. And slowly, right, I wouldn't like fill out the surveys. So bitch, so pretty much like when they told me to go out and get the surveys, I would literally just walk around the store and talk to the customers. I didn't care about the surveys at all. I just talked to the customers. I sat down with them and I just, I was talking, right? I didn't do my job. That's what I'm trying to say. But it was way better than going up to random people and like freaking asking them for a survey. Oh yeah, and also slowly after, like they started realizing that I didn't bring in like the volume of surveys that they wanted. They slowly stopped scheduling me for like those gel shifts. And like when you're a gel, you get paid more, right? So normal wage is $13.11, like $13.11 in Canadian. But when you're a gel, you make $14.50. Big difference. I mean, like, it was a big difference because every time I told my coworkers that, they were like, bro, how do you get paid more than me? I'm like, yo, don't hit me, man. Don't hit me more. Anyways, there was this one argument that happened. So this was during an overnight shift. So pretty much, right? I think it was like 2 a.m. or something, right? So these girls come into the drive-thru, right? And they order some, I don't know what they ordered, right, or whatever. But I knew they ordered fries because this is how the problem started. Anyways, so pretty much, right? When we're on overnight, there is minimal staff on the floor. Like minimal staff, like bare minimum. There's like one to two people in the kitchen. Like legit, like the whole drive-thru is manned by like 2 people, and then we have one person serving in the front, one person doing drinks. Like it is hard, and my location is not like, it's not some like it's literally like, it's in a high traffic area because it's right off the highway. So a lot of people coming in, they're like getting off the highway, going through drive-thru. A lot of people coming in, there's like a bunch of teenagers because we're right next to a mall too. So pretty much like it gets busy. Like it gets busy for real. And not to mention all the crackheads, but this is that'll come later. Anyways, so yeah, so these girls pull into the drive-thru, right? First of all, I think I was taking orders on my first window, so pretty much I just take the order and I get the money, right? So I was taking orders, like I took the girl's order, and like she sounded like she had a little one too many shots for her body type. So when she pulled up to the window, right, she paid for her food. I was like, all right, you can go to the next window. So pretty much when they go to the next window, right, I'm just chilling, right? I'm chilling, like whatever, right? I'm chilling. All of a sudden, right, my manager, so the overnight manager tells me to tell them like, like we're out of this or whatever, right? So I'm like, all right, and like the drive-thru window was open to the point where like you could hear it, and the way my manager said it, it was because she was stressed out, she was getting busy, but the way she said it, it was it came off as very it's very rude. So when the ladies heard that, right, she's like, who just said that? So I'm like, like, what do you mean? I'm the only one talking right here, right? And then she's like, no, I heard a girl's voice, right? So I'm like, like maybe it's her. And I was pointing to my coworker, right? The coworker that was working in the drinks. And then she's like, no, the lady sounded black. I'm like, all right, like what the fuck am I supposed to say now? I had to bitch out, to be honest, because bro, like that lady would not give up. Like she was not giving up. Like my manager pulled up, right? This girl had her hands like on the window, like leaning out, right? Like like she was ready to jump and pounce at her, right? And then pretty much like the girl's like, how the fuck you don't have this? Like you're a McDonald's, you're supposed to have everything. I'm like, bro, this is this is a situation. My manager's like legit just be like, do not want your food, do not want your food. I'm like, all right, hey, time to just sneak back, right? And the manager's like, all right, you can leave now, right? And keep in mind, we didn't give them any food at all. So these girls are literally just sitting in the, sitting in the drive-thru, like screaming. And my manager's like, bro, get the fuck out of here. Oh my gosh. So basically, at our McDonald's, right? There's a lot of questionable people that come. There's a lot of there's a lot of crackheads basically. We get like these type of people like every day, legit every single day. These guys come in. Is that when they come in, right? We don't like say anything because they haven't like done anything for us to really like really want them to kick them out, right? It's when it gets nighttime, that's when it starts getting crazy. So pretty much when it starts nighttime, right, these guys try to come in, they try to sleep, right? So my manager always has to kick them out. And my manager, bro, like the manager that works on weekdays, on weekday overnights, bro, this lady, in our drive-thru, there is like a small little patch where the cameras can't see. So in that little like alcove, I guess, a person has like a camping chair just set up there like all the time, right? And pretty much he just camps out there, and he asks for money, like whenever the cars drive by, right? So pretty much, right? And we can't have that happen because we gotta protect the integrity that McDonald's holds or some shit like that. But every time we catch him, I kid you not, like the manager that's always on duty, she will always sprint, like legit sprint. Bro, and when I say sprint, I mean like 100-meter dash, to the back door, and legit start clapping at this guy asking for money. She's like, hey, get out of here. Like legit, like she's trying to shoot like a dog or something. Like every time I see this, I just imagine that the homeless guy is a dog, and it's like a stray dog or like a stray cat, and my manager's just trying to shoo it away, like. Oh my gosh, man. I'm telling you, bro, if you ever want to get a first job, I don't recommend you get a first job in McDonald's, because you will want to, off yourself, because that shit is done. But honestly, if you're really just looking for the experience, like a first job experience, I feel that it's not that bad, because I feel like I did get to develop, and I did get to learn a lot when I was at McDonald's. So it's not that bad. But I don't know what I'm trying to say. All I'm trying to say is just tell me how you feel about me doing these types of videos along with my vlogs, because honestly, the vlogs do get stale a bit to edit and stuff. So I would love to just sit down and talk and not have to talk in front of a camera and just let something play. So thank you guys for watching.